एक अंगारा सतगुरु तह प्रसाद सच होय वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह विघ्न विनाशन सोय. Welcome to Suj Prakash Katha in English. In this episode we will be doing Raas 1.31, sending Saavan to Haripur, the king's son, alive again. The powerful and complete Sadguru, Guru Amar Das Ji, was preaching the path of Sikhi to the Sangat. Many Sikhs came and had their wishes fulfilled. One day, Bhai Balluji stood up and spoke. O Prabhuji, you relieve the pain of many Sikhs. People from all four castes have come to this place to make it their home. Their homes are being built, but are not complete. This is proving to be a worry for them. It is causing them quite the inconvenience. If you were to grant your blessings, the houses would be built better and faster. People will be happy living in their homes then. The material that we need to make the houses are all there, except for the long beams to hold the roofs. The fact that we have short beams, the result is the roofs are not strong and big. We need the long beams made of good and strong wood. All the Sikhs look towards you as their support and no one else. The Sikhs too complain about not getting long beams to me, but they don't say anything to you. Guruji heard this and was happy. He then spoke, there will be long beams soon. There will be more than enough by the blessing of the Guru. Guruji's brother had a son named Saavan. Guruji called Baba Saavan ji to him and said, there is a place called Haripur between the mountains. Saavan, go there. There are a lot of tall, strong trees there. The Byas river flows along Haripur. Collect the long trees and throw them into the Byas. The long beams will reach Goindwal. As they come down the current, it will be easy to take the log out of the river. We can use those logs to construct the houses as we wish. Baba Saavan ji folded his hands and said, how can the logs come without money? I don't have men to help me out either. What can I do there alone? The people dwelling in the mountains don't know me. Why would they help me? They do not know your glory, Guruji. Please help me with your advice as to how I may complete this task. I will do exactly as you say, with your blessing. If I had powers to perform miracles, I may impress the king of Haripur and get him to do my work. The region of that area would become Sikhs and would listen to me. I would be able to bring as many logs as we would need. Guru Amar Das Ji listened to him and responded, okay, Saavan, whatever will be in your heart will come true. Baba Saavan Ji's mother, who was very old, heard that her son was going to the mountainous regions. She was upset at this news, and her hands and feet began to tremble in fear. She came to Sadguruji's presence. She bowed to Guruji and said, I only have one son. I have heard there are witches that live in the mountains. I have heard that they take travelers' hearts out and eat them. If my son dies, there will be no other power to save him. I only have one son. Please send someone else and have pity on me. I hope to see him alive and have him live here with me. My son is not very clever. He doesn't know how to talk to people. The witches will possess him. How will he return from such a dangerous place? Guruji saw the attachment in his sister-in-law's heart for her own son. Guruji is very sensitive to others' emotions. He smiled at her superstitious beliefs and spoke to her with love. Your son has nothing to fear. The ghosts and witches will be afraid of him. I have given him so much power that no one will be able to harm him. The 52 beads and the 64 Kaljoginis will listen to Saavan command. All of the Devatas and demons will be afraid of him. He is very powerful, so don't be afraid of anything. The mother then had some hope after hearing Guruji's words. She then returned home. Guruji called Baba Saavan ji close to him. Guruji used to have a handkerchief, which he used to dry his hands. He gave his nephew the handkerchief and said, Saavan, this handkerchief has the power to kill anyone, to give them life again. This is from the house of Guru Nanak Dev Ji and is full of power. If you were to place this on someone's head, their wishes will be fulfilled. The Devatas and demons will respect this handkerchief. Don't see this as a handkerchief, for this is a bag full of miracles. Take this with you. Go and make the people your Sikhs. They will listen to you. The mountain dwellers will listen to you, along with the people of the three worlds. The Devatas will listen to you as well. Baba Saavan ji picked up the handkerchief. He was happy. He folded his hands and said, now everything will be okay. The people will be impressed with this handkerchief. Baba Saavan Malji took the handkerchief and placed it on top of his head. As soon as the handkerchief touched his head, his visions began to open and powers came inside of him. His wisdom flourished, and his doubts and shadows were all gone. He saw all of the Riddhis and Siddhis standing in front of him. Baba Saavan Malji was amazed at what he was now able to see. He bowed to Guruji and went to his home. Baba Saavan Malji reached home. He bowed to his mother and met his family. He consoled everyone and said, Mataji, don't worry about me. The Sadguruji has given me great powers. Don't be worried or doubt anything. Sadguruji has given me a very high status. Such a high status I have now received which I could never have imagined. He addressed his family and showed them to the handkerchief. He then set out towards Haripur. He walked slowly, all alone. He soon reached Haripur and he saw the huge mountains and beautiful green forests. He saw the trees and fruits of the area. He saw the Raas river flowing valiantly with the birds singing songs. There were many people walking around. People wore colorful clothes there. The people were very handsome and pretty, with nice eyes and features. Their necks and lips were beautiful. Their walk was mesmerizing. They were so pretty that they would attract the strongest of yogis. The people of this area were different. The capital of this area was Haripur. The capital was very beautiful. When he reached close to the king's palace, Baba Saavan Malji heard crying and yelling. Hundreds of people were crying all around. He approached one person and asked about the crying. What is the problem that is upsetting everyone? The person said, The son of our king has died. The king had only one son. He was very handsome too. He was loved by the queen and the king very much. For this reason the whole city is in mourning. Our king has removed his dastar and is beating his head because of this pain. He has fainted from the stress and is unaware of what he is doing. The queen is in no less pain. If the king is happy, then the people are happy. But since the king is in pain, the people are in pain. Baba Saavan Malji heard the situation and decided that it was a time to show a miracle to get the work done. It would be wise to resurrect the prince. The whole city will become Sikhs then. The people will become my servants and listen to my commands. This is a good thing. There is no other way. Baba Saavan Malji was happy that a good situation came up for him to show his powers. Baba Saavan Malji approached the palace where he had heard the women crying. The women were beating their heads and thighs. They were crying out loud. There was crying everywhere. The king was on the ground, laying down in depression. The ministers were crying too. There was no one to console them. A lot of people were rolling around on the floor, beating their fists on the floor. Some talked about the prince's beauty and other good virtues he had. The prince was the heir to the throne and was to be their support. Baba Saavan Malji was now filled with pity. He also had a hidden agenda. The ministers called Baba Saavan Malji to them. Baba Saavan Malji took the head minister to the side where they were alone. He said to them, This is really bad what happened. I can make the prince alive again with the blessings of my Guru. Everyone will have to become a Sikh of the Guru. Then I can make the prince alive again. The king will need to become a Sikh first, followed by the ministers and then the army. They will need to take the Charan Ball. The minister was happy to hear that the prince could be alive again. The minister went to the bereaving king and told him that there is a saint here. My king, there is a great saint here. He says he is the Sikh of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji. He said that if the king becomes a Sikh and listens to him, he will resurrect the prince right now. He will raise the prince immediately. Everyone will need to become a Sikh. As soon as the words came to the king's ear, it was as though the nectar of immortality fell into his ears. The king said, If my son is alive again, we are all ready to become Sikhs. Tell him to make my son alive again. We will do whatever he says. I will serve him and become his servant. Go and get him immediately. He will be giving all of us life by making my son alive again. The ministers went to Baba Saavan Malji and took him to the king. They met each other. The king gave Babaji a lot of respect and bowed to his feet. He said, Santaji, please make my son alive again. We will serve you day and night, becoming your servants. Baba Saavan Malji said, Bring me the body of the prince and tell everyone else to sit down quietly and not cry. Tell them to do the Simran of Waheguru. Tell everyone to have faith on Sadguru Nanak Dev Ji. The Sadguru will fix everything. The body of the prince was placed before Saavan Malji. Everyone was watching carefully. Babaji removed the cloth from the body's face and asked for water. He took the handkerchief given to him by Guru Amar Das Ji. He dipped one side of the handkerchief into the water and put the drops of water into the mouth of the prince. Babaji then said, "Say aloud, Satnam." He then touched the handkerchief to the prince's head. The prince opened his eyes and was alive again. Just as Lakshmana was alive after giving the Sanjeevani plant, it was the same situation. The water was the Sanjeevani plant, making the prince alive. The king and queen ran to the prince and hugged him tightly. They kissed his forehead repeatedly. The prince was up and fully awake. And that is the end of the chapter. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.